What's up here, people? DK continuing my campaign I made about 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. Kevin Cooper story, Mission 3, Menace. After destroying the pirates' key supply depots, they are settling their score with blood. Cooper must neutralize the pirate menace. Still against one computer, mainly the pirate. Start. Menace. Destroy the pirates' manufacturers. I've received news of pirates again, Lieutenant. They are planning to maraud the town they are currently situated in for destroying their key depots the other day. According to my sergeant, they have settled a base not far from your location. I suggest you destroy their manufacturers, which include their barracks, factory, science facility, their command center, to stop them from training more of their men. Speaking of command center, the SCV pilots in your region do not have the capability to create additional command centers. I advise you to protect your command center with utmost safety. As for reinforcements, my elite guards will take too long to get to you in time. However, I believe in you, Lieutenant. You should be able to.
Lieutenant Cooper, one of our boys saw them pirates heading toward our location in big groups.
Carry on, Lieutenant. Alright. So, yep, and then your command center must not be destroyed, and of course our main character of this campaign needs to survive. Okay, let's start the music here. I'm getting attacked all over the place, like right here and such. Okay, lure the tanks here. These guys are fine here. And this is why we have Cooper here. With lockdown that costs 50 energy only. Which will be explained later on. Oh, Cooper took a beating there. Okay, that takes care of that. It looks like they are not sending any more of their troops. For now. Lieutenant, we're running out of resources fast. We'll need to set up a new base.
What do you need?
I know just the spot. And then it says the tip here, lift the command center and land it south of your current location, yada yada yada. So yep, that was the big group attack in the beginning. And yeah, of course we have to move our units down there. And if you're wondering, how did I make the command center up over here? Because usually buildings are unbuildable. Well, I used the SCM draft, not the normal editor, so that's why I was able to do this. So that's why. So yeah, I want to land my units down there, my command center down there. And if you're also wondering, how come like whenever that commander guy, the Terran civilian guy in the mission briefing is talking, how come he sounds so different? How come I voice him different? Well, that's because that's how my very alpha version of this campaign that I made, the scrap mission. If you look in the scrap mission folder, I voiced Donald Kinsley as nasally as possible by like holding my nose like this, you know. Yeah, pinching my nose with my fingers, and then that's how I voiced Donald Kinsley. So that's why I'm doing it right. That's why whenever Donald Kinsley talks throughout this campaign, I'm gonna talk like that. And of course, Kevin Cooper is gonna be talking with my normal voice, somewhat modified. And yeah, man, that's basically it. Anyway, let's start our stuff. And you might be wondering, how come we don't get like the other medic upgrades? That's because I wanted to differentiate this Terran organization, the Righteous, from the UED, where these medics are just basically just like very plain medics, as opposed to the UED specialized medics. with like optical flare and restoration. So what that means is that for the rest of this whole campaign, we in this organization, the medics will never have the other two special abilities. They'll just have the heal upgrade, and you have the ability to upgrade the medic extra energy, but that's about it. So anyway, I wanna lift my barracks closer to our next base, but we wanna put some units in here because the pirates sometimes attack from here and stuff. And yeah, I can make a bunker here too, and I'll lead with Cooper and just walk around this town. So yeah, this mission is fairly simple. Like as said in the mission briefing, just gotta. It's a very basic. It's a very basic macro mission, the first of this campaign. So that's what we need to do. And then when I first when I was like first designing this particular map, I was thinking about not giving siege tank upgrades so early on in the campaign, but I think siege tanks are very crucial. And even before that, I was thinking of like not having medics for this organization, but that would have made like the mission too hard, the campaign too hard in general, because in mission 15 medics are very crucial. That's why, and no one's gonna bother like using bio units if there's no medics. That's why. So that's why. But of course, I was like thinking, maybe they shouldn't be the medics where the UEDs first were introduced with. So yeah, and then I made little adjustments, and here are the righteous medic, the medics of the righteous. As for the name righteous, why? I have no idea. I don't even remember, to be honest, but that's another story there. We also can make a command center, but there is actually an expand here just in case. If someone playing this is very like new, then he or she can lift the command center all the way to over here and make a new expand, and yada yada yada. Yeah, this over here. But like Donald Kinsley said in the mission briefing, the SCV pilots in this region do not know how to make command centers, so that's that. And of course, we have to destroy all the pirates' manufactories, so like barracks, factories, starports, and all that. So it's good to destroy this, but I put a trigger that if you destroy the main manufactories in the pirates' base, this barracks will automatically explode. So we don't really need it to come over here. This is just for like doodads and just map design layout and whatnot. So yeah. Anyway, continuing on, and more trivias. Of course, no starports here. It's only mission 3 right now. So why is the lockdown only 50 energy? It's to make it's to encourage using Kevin Cooper more and such, which I will be doing. And yep, we're just inching forward here. Like so, only 50 energy, just like the last mission, if you guys haven't noticed. Anyway, we need to make more units here. Yeah, fairly simple. This is like the mission 1 of the first macro mission for my KCS campaign. So but more advanced, of course, kind of. Like, it's like, remember the very original Terry mission where we started with only Marines and Fire Bats for the macro mission? But then in Brood War, like, all the difficulty, like, spiked up. You started with all these, like, factory tech in the first strike, the UED first Terry mission. Yeah, you can think of it like that. This is kind of similar to that, so. Oh yeah, and then I also decided I'm gonna postpone Darkhold indefinitely, because I tried it just before this, so I tried it after I uploaded Montag, and I just couldn't do it, man. I needed that other cycle saves that I deleted, but they're gone because I made a mistake, a foolish mistake. So rip me. Oh, okay, whoa. Gotta be careful with that. Okay, let's hockey this right there. Bunker full of ghosts. Okay, we're ready to go. And there's like a spider mine landfill here, so we can go through there, or don't really need to. We can just follow this asphalt road, the direction and all that, which is what we're gonna do. And then we're also gonna prepare our next forces. So kind of similar to how I played it in my non-commentary mission, like so. Looking good, looking good. Okay, we got our upgrade here. I'll bring an SCV soon. One SCV should be fine. And yes, Kevin Cooper will eventually get cloaked later on. But right now, this guy is basically... I had the idea of making the hero as weak as possible for the earlier mission, just to kind of spice up the difficulty. But seeing as how we get medics, it's not that hard, to be honest. And of course, you have the option of just putting the hero inside the base. But that makes the game too boring, you know? So okay, we're gonna set up a fortification like that. Oh, and then I also forgot to mention the Goliaths of this organization, the teal units, will not have chariot boosters. So that's just me being saying, oh, these guys aren't the UED, okay? But they still have medics. That's basically what I'm saying. So little nuances here and there for my campaign. And then usually the pirates actually attack over here, but since we attacked pretty early, I guess they're not. Okay, let's go. That's their main base. They keep pumping out units from their barracks. And as you've noticed by now, the buildings this time have the default setting. So since this is the real macro mission, the actual challenge. So yeah. And of course, we're only limited to 1-1 upgrade for this mission. I mean, it makes sense too, because this is like the third mission anyway. So I'll make another factory here. And on a shift click like this. Gotta be careful. They're also upgraded. And I think I set the difficulty setting to medium for the pirates. So fairly easy, fairly. Forgot to get medic energy. I usually don't, but it's good to have it. sometimes. Okay, my units are dying from the spider mine. Okay, and then we just need to clear the other side over here. That's the blood of the poor marine, like that. Not much to say, except, oh yeah, and then another thing, like why is Kevin like last name like Cooper? I think I was thinking of Baskin Robbins, and then I was thinking of that scoop or something. And then yeah, I think I was like eating ice cream or something when I was like making the scrap mission. Of course, that was the very alpha version of this campaign. It also was supposedly like voiced, but I gave up with that. Gave up on that. It's so annoying to like reformat the voice sound into WAV files and all that. So yeah, basically that's why. Okay, lockdown is in order and we are done here. And you'll see like some of these like doodads here and there throughout, at least like on this planet called Lexar. But yeah, that's basically it. And over here is basically nothing, just a lot of other doodads that you can explore. And over here is just emptiness, just hills and all that. I was going with the idea of the old school StarCraft 1 feel to it, so yep, that's basically it.
How can I be of service?
Commander, we have completely destroyed the parts manufacturers. I doubt they can create more problems here.
You got it.
Orders, sir.
I knew I could trust you, Lieutenant. Head back to my HQ. I have another task for you.
Something on your mind?
And Kevin Cooper is, of course, invincible now, since that indicates the mission's over. Yep. That was the third mission, guys. Not too hard. Very straightforward. So this arc, or saga you want to call it, focuses on pirates, at least for the time being. And it will shift into another focus, and shift again, and it goes on like that. That's the basis of my campaign that I had in mind. With, of course, like with other playstyles, like other like designs, like how should I say, play designs that I had in mind. So, but anyway, this is DK, guys. Yep, and Dark Code is gonna be on hiatus for who knows how long. But I was really ticked off about that save load disaster. But oh well. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.